Good morning to you. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and for the next half hour, we've got your HCC news and information for this Wednesday. It's a wet Wednesday. Well, a bit sunny right now, but boy, some crazy storms moved through overnight. And now we are in the midst of the week. We've got your some interviews with some special guests, one from HCC. One of them, of course, you'll recognize, and we'll get to them in just a second. But, we're back on HCCTV, not live, but the rebroadcast at noon and 5 p.m. But you can always catch us live with this show on our social media platforms, Tony.
Absolutely. You can look for Houston Community College District on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter, and just about any place on social media.
That's right. We're across all social media platforms, so make sure you follow us, share us, like us. You know the routine. Just show us some love if you would. Okay, Tony, we're going to check in with you shortly because you'll be interviewing this next guest, Denzel Wilson. He is the president of the Computer Science Association, and he's joining us live this morning. Good morning, Denzel.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
There we go. Good to see you with us. We're looking forward to hearing from you shortly, so stick around. We'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
All right. So Denzel is standing by right now at the top of the show. Janice Jucker is the co-owner of Three Brothers Bakery, and she's a 2015 HCC Business Plan competition winner. It's good to see you, Janice. It's been a little while. Good to see you again.
Good morning. Yes, it feels like 10 years ago, but it was only a year and a half.
I know. Seems like we've been in this pandemic for about 5 years, even though it's been, 18 months. I do admit I'm a big fan of Three Brothers. I stop by your Washington location fairly often. We're there a couple weeks ago. I always get a slice of the pecan pie. I know you got the regular, you got the chocolate going, the bourbon flavored one. So one of those three I'm always getting every now and then.
I'll take caramel too. That's my favorite.
Oh, I got to try that one too. That might have to stop by there later on today. But want to ask you because last time we talked, we were talking about the business plan competition. I know you were speaking to their virtual ceremony they had, but you worked with them back in 2015. And tell us what that was able to do for your business. It's been quite a while since then.
Oh my gosh. That is the gift. The business plan competition is a gift that keeps on giving. So first of all, I think I did the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, and then I did the business plan competition, and everything builds on top of each other. And I think the things that I got out of the business plan competition was I really got an understanding of business financials because I was really faking it before. And then I got an incredible business plan that not only I was able to go, but my team was able to go with me. And that was really great because we did it together. And then I had that business plan I have used. I can't even tell you how many times I've used it. I doctor it up whenever I need it. And I've given it to banks. I've given it to landlords in our business. Sometimes you have to convince a landlord that you have a viable business, even though we're 72 years old. And so I love it. It's always at my fingertips.
Yeah.
And also the other thing I got was one time I went to a bank for a loan after the competition, and the banker knew me. She goes, "You just need to bring an Excel spreadsheet." And I was like, I'm going to do it right. I learned how to do this. I'm going to do it right. And I brought 4 copies. I don't know why I did that. I walk into the room and there are 4 people sitting in that room, and I had to do a complete loan pitch. And because of the business plan competition, I knew how to do it, and I could answer, I think, every single question but one. So I was pretty proud of myself, but if it weren't for the competition, that never would have happened.
And, we're talking 2015. It's been quite some time since you went. And since you've gone through that competition, there's been some unfortunate things that have happened to you, and you've been able to persevere. 4 floods, a fire, a pandemic, you name it, it's happened, and you guys are still here.
Hurricane and freeze. Yes, let's not forget those. And yes, we're the king and queen of disasters, and we never want to be dethroned by anyone. We want everyone to survive and not be the king and queen of disasters. And I think the learnings I got, one of the other things I got out of the business plan competition was about marketing. I thought I was pretty good at that. And then there was this teacher, Richard Tyler. And I really learned that you need to, when the chips are down, that's when you need to spend money on marketing.
Yeah.
And so with the pandemic, every day I woke up, how are we going to get business into the door? And we came up with a plan, Buy Pie, Employ a Village. And we wanted people to send our pecan pies to friends, family, clients, employees, and it worked. And our normal FedEx bill in April would be maybe $200-300, was $7,000. So that shows you how much it worked. Plus, the people came into the store and bought. So that really saved us. And I think if I hadn't learned that message from Richard, I don't think we would have done that. And made that investment, because it is a little bit of an investment to do these campaigns. So again, I thank the business plan competition for that.
And you're still involved with as an advocate for the business plan competition. And I guess you guys are, I mean, your business has been around for more than 70 years, but everyone at times can use a little help to boost your business. I mean, you guys, people would think, well, the business plan competition, that's really for new entrepreneurs who have an idea, they're still trying to work out. Here you are, an established business who was able to get something out of it.
And also, I just want to add, I applied twice. The first time I applied, I didn't get in. And I think it was because I didn't think big enough. You know, you want to think about not how to grow your business 20% and how to grow it 20 times, right? So think big. And those are the kinds of businesses that are going to make it into the business plan competition, plus some new businesses as well. And I was actually a mentor, an advisor, I think they call it advisor, to a winning team last year. I think it was last year. And one of the benefits is you get to go to the classes again as well. Yeah. And then you get to learn with your team that you're advising. And so I loved it. Mine was Cubicles to Cocktails and Krista Clark, and I'm very proud of her.
You mentioned earlier how you guys were able to, and I keep hearing this word over the last 18 months, pivot. You have to pivot your operations, pivot your plan, you know, work more towards marketing. Talked a bit about over the past 5 or 6 years, when you've had those floods, you've had the fires, you've had the hurricane, the pandemic, the freeze, all of these adversaries that came in to throw a wrench into your business plans. Talk about how you've had to pivot and some of the things you had to do differently that you never would have thought of until this potential disaster happened.
I think we learned in the pandemic that you have to do business differently after a disaster. And that's true of any disaster. So with the pandemic in our business, it's the curbside, you know, to go. We were already that kind of a model anyway, but the curbside thing was new to us. We didn't do wedding cakes during the pandemic because nobody was having big wedding cakes. And we learned maybe we could change that part of our business to not be such an important part of our business. And so we've kind of scaled down on that, and we've put more focus on this holiday client gift giving thing because we think that's something that we can do a lot of and do well. So anyone listening, if you have clients and you're looking for holiday gifts, I'm plugging my pecan pie. And another thing was we learned how important our lawmakers are. And so I became someone called me an accidental advocate. And so I've been doing a lot of trying to influence policy. I actually got a bill passed in the Texas legislature this past, first session, the original session, to help small businesses after natural disasters. So
incredible.
Are important, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why we established this segment. Twice a month, we're going to have our business plan competition winners and those who competed on this show to spotlight their business and their experiences. So look for that more on Up to the Minute. And if you go to Three Brothers, okay, I'm a fan of the pecan pie. My wife's top favorite thing, the pedophores. She loves the pedophores. And you guys have chocolate and vanilla flavor pedophores. And she's real specific about the color of the icing on the top. So she'll ask them, I want that one without this colored icing. And, that's the way to go. So if you get the three brothers, try the pecan pie and the petitfours. They're to die for. We're all about that.
Thank you.
All about that. Janice, we appreciate you being on the show and showing some inspiration for business owners out there who may be struggling right now. Get involved with the business plan competition and, of course, persevere and don't give up.
That's right. That's right. It's just a little, like you said, it's an inconvenience, a bump in the road. Every business has them. So this will help you smooth it out.
Thanks, Janice. We appreciate you being here. Continued success.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Okay, Dr. Tony Rayo Sutherland. Tony, you've got a special guest. Denzel Wilson's going to be joining you.
Yes, I do. He is the president of the Computer Science Association. Welcome, Denzel. How are you doing?
Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as I always like to say. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. I'm seeing a little bit of sun come through. That's good. Well, tell us about the Computer Science Association, or sometimes known as CSA. I guess most call it that. Why have a club about computer science? Tell us about that.
Well, the CSA was started a couple years ago by one of our old presidents, Al, and one of our advisors, Samir Saber, and a former board member, Eduardo. They just wanted to have a community of students that could come together who were, in the field of STEM and computer science, since it's such a rising field. And they wanted just to have something where students could come and fellowship, learn, get some information, maybe network a little bit. And it's something that we're still trying to grow. Started in the fall of 2019, and the pandemic hit, and it kind of made things take a pivot, as you guys were saying earlier. But we're trying to reinvigorate it, get more students involved and let them know that they have a community here that is willing to help them and be their friends and be their mentors if needed.
Well, computer science, as you know, covers a wide range of areas. Who should join this club?
Well, we always say we're not just about computer science. Anyone can join this club if you're involved in business, if you're involved in artificial intelligence. A lot of people on our board are in the artificial intelligence program, including myself. If you're involved in computer science, math, anyone, almost everything is done on a computer these days. We're living in a data-driven society. So if you're going into a field that's, dealing with data, dealing with science, this is a club for you, because we almost have something for everyone.
Yeah, you can't do hardly anything without having some kind of computer work in that. So networking, AI, cybersecurity, cloud programs, all those kind of things. So what do you see as some of the advantages of joining, and what are some of the activities that you guys do?
Well, I'll speak from personal experience. I know when I came back to HCC in fall of 2020, after the pandemic hit, I wanted to get back in school. I was looking for a community of like-minded individuals, people that would kind of help me in my journey as I was starting the artificial intelligence program. And I reached out to the advisor, Samir Saber, and he got me in tune with the Computer Science Association. And since my life has kind of done a 180. That community of students I met, people like Monica and Lex and Al, they kind of brought me in, took me under their wing, and I really enjoyed some of the events they had. We did like workshops, coding workshops, robotic workshops. We had speakers come, and we did like coffee chats. A lot of things that you could do virtually, since we weren't able to be on campus. But we kind of want to continue to do the same things this fall. I know we have some events lined up with Rice University. We have a biotech event coming in November. Where we have some professors and researchers from over there come and tell us about biotechnology and research. We also just recently formed a partnership with University of Houston, Maine, their Cougar Computer Science Club. So we'll be doing some events with them. There's also the hackathon that's actually going to be this weekend that the Innovation Club is hosting. The CSA is going to have some members involved in that. And we're also going to be having our bi-weekly typing competitions, some coffee chats. And last semester, we actually had the #1 robot process automation company, UiPath, come and do a workshop for us. And they've agreed to come back again for this fall. So we got a lot in store. We just want students to know that we're here for them. We'll support them in anything they're trying to do in this field.
So how often do you meet? How does that work?
So what we do is we have our event set up. We have an event schedule. We have a board channel or a Teams channel where all our members are welcome, and that's where we get all the information. We post any new events, any new links, any new internship opportunities, any networking events we have. And we also have our social media channels where, people can reach out to us. And us as a board, we have a very great board, a lot of proactive individuals, a lot of great students. We come together about once a week on Sundays, sometimes more if we have, some things planned. We actually just had our fall kickoff event this past Friday, and that went pretty well. So we're going to try to build off that. Hopefully we can get back on campus and do some in-person events as well. So we just got a lot that we're really, really excited about that we worked hard this summer to put together.
So how many people do you have in there now? Is it pretty large?
It's pretty large. So if you look on our Teams channel, we have almost, I want to say almost 400 members. So we have a pretty large group. It's grown in the last 2 years, and we're looking to grow it even more.
That's cool.
Yeah. We just want to be a community of students that, some people can come to, they can, talk to if they have any issues. They just know that we're here for them.
And so these different areas, how many, like some are from health and some are from logistics, and what are different areas of computer science that your students are coming from?
They're coming from all over the place. Like you mentioned, cybersecurity, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, bioinformatics. I actually had a chance this summer to intern at Rice University, where I was able to do some bioinformatics work, use computer science to, research gas vesicles and things of that nature. So we have people from all walks of computer science that are involved, and we try to cater to those strengths and those skill sets that people have to make sure they're kind of developing them and being on the right path.
So why did you personally join CSA?
Well, I know in the past, student organizations weren't really my thing, but I figured, when the pandemic hit, I'd try something new because things weren't really in person. So I was kind of like feeling lonely a little bit. So I kind of wanted to look and find just a community of students who thought like me, who maybe had the same past, maybe also needed to sharpen up some soft skills. And that's what made me join the CSA, because when I found them, I seen all the work they were already doing, and I was like, there's no way I can't be a part of this. I have to be a part of this. So I joined, I was able to get on board, and then the following semester in the spring, I was able to become a board member. And that's kind of how my journey started, becoming the president that I am today.
So how do you become a board member? How does that work?
So what we do is we have elections after every semester, and you can put in the application. We take your resume, take your information, and us as a board kind of come together, the current members, and we kind of see if you're the right fit for us. And then if you are, we bring you on board.
So there's a lot of things you can learn, not only networking, but you can learn a lot of things in the computer science world, right?
Yes, indeed.
So you told me that your background is artificial intelligence. Tell us a little bit about that program.
Well, it's brand new. It's headed by our Professor G. Raymond Brown. I like to call him Dr. Brown. He's a great individual. He's helped a lot of us. I'm so glad he put this program together because, since I've been able to actually just put that on my resume, I get so many emails and calls from, interested recruiters that just like have never seen a program like this before. And they understand that in this day and age, data is like the new oil. And anyone in these fields like artificial intelligence, machine learning are very valuable. So once this program is started, we've gotten to get some good soft skills. I know we've partnered with AWS and IBM and a lot of other big name companies who are looking to fill over 50,000 jobs in this field. As a CSA, we've kind of become ambassadors for the artificial intelligence program. A lot of members on our board are part of the program, and it's been a great help to us. And we're learning a lot of good skills that we're going to need here in the future in this data-driven society. So if there's any prospective students out there kind of on the fence about it, I suggest you sign up for it, or just look for more information or even come to one of us and we can, give you the rundown on it.
And this is a whole program. This is not just one class on artificial intelligence.
No, it's a degree plan. So this will actually be the first artificial intelligence undergraduate degree in the state of Texas. And a lot of people don't know that.
Wow, that is wonderful. And artificial intelligence, that actually covers a plethora of areas. Tell us a little bit about, if you want to go into that, what areas, what things can you do with it?
There's lots you can do. So it's all data driven. There's techniques you can learn, a lot of machine learning techniques, database design, things of that nature, deep learning, robotics. All of that goes into artificial intelligence. You have like your three main branches, like narrow AI. If people have a face ID on their phone where they have to put their face in front of it to unlock it, that's a form of narrow AI. And then you have your general intelligence, which a lot of scientists are kind of chasing. I myself hope to dream to build robots one day and brain machine interfaces, kind of like Elon Musk is doing. And that's sort of a general AI where the AI is kind of sort of human-like. But there's many levels to it. There's still a lot to learn in the field of artificial intelligence. And that's why they're looking for so many young students who are looking to get in the field so they can grow it more.
What do you say to some of the people who say, I'm afraid of AI, I'm afraid the robots are going to take over?
I tell them, don't be afraid. We're a long way from that. I know a lot of the movies and the rhetoric in the media that we see, it may kind of scare people, but I wouldn't be too afraid. We're a long way from that. And there are actually, scientists and AI engineers out here that are focusing on the ethical parts of it. They're actually this thing called AI ethics. There are classes they're teaching on it to make sure that when we do build this AI, we're building it ethically and we're not doing something that could, take down mankind per se. So
that's wonderful and very exciting, very exciting. Thank you, Denzel, for being on the show. You are the president of the Computer Science Association, CSI. We love having you here.
Thank you guys for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
All right. You have a good one.
You too. Well, Todd?
Interesting subject, when he just randomly says, oh, we don't want to build something that could maybe take down mankind.
Yeah, really?
Whoa.
Let's not do that.
Okay. All righty.
Not a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's not take down mankind. Incredible stuff they're doing. And it's exciting to hear the work that they're doing and the degrees we're going to be soon offering here at HCC. We'll have more on that in the next couple of months. I can tell you that little bit of information. Okay. All right. It's Recipe for Success workshops. In your news and announcements, this is one of them. HCC is continuing its virtual workshops to help you succeed. Coming up, test-taking strategies, 3 ways to take notes and improve your grades. 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Today, Wednesday, September 29th, we'll have links in our post to register for this event, and you can join them. And we also have a live town hall coming up tomorrow, Tony.
Yes, with the Sheriff's Office, the Harris County Sheriff's Office. It's a live virtual town hall meeting, and you can ask questions about citizens' rights, safety, cultural awareness, policing, all of that. And you can ask it before and also during the event. And it's at 4:30 p.m. Thursday, September 30th. That would be this Thursday.
Right. Exactly. Okay. All Majors Career Fair. Get ready. You want to get a job? Now's your chance to do so. HCC is having a career fair. Make sure your resume is ready. Make sure you dress to impress. Be camera ready. All of that good stuff, because the employers are there to hire our students. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Wednesday, October the 6th. So you got about a week to prepare for that. Next Wednesday. Register first. We'll have a link to register in the post of this show. And if you're into gardening, we've got exciting event.
HCC Northwest Community Learning Gardening is going to have a program called Plant Propagation. Well, in the Bible, they said to go and propagate, so I think that's what we're doing with the plants. We're propagating them, making a whole bunch of them. Okay. Anyways, October 11th, 10 to 11:30 a.m. if you want to learn how to propagate plants.
There you go. All right. MBDA Subs and Sandwiches is happening. The HCC's Minority Business Development Association is still getting together to target minority business enterprises, but bring your own subs because it's a virtual event. Wednesday, October 20th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll have a link to register for that event in the post for this show. And textbook savings, we'll be talking more about that extensively next week on the show. Dr. Nathan Smith will be here. The textbook savings programs is looking to save students money, Tony, for making it affordable learning through a few options.
Absolutely. There's zero cost books, which is just what it says. The textbooks don't cost anything. You don't have a textbook. It's open educational resources. There's ways to look at things online rather than having a textbook. Then there's low cost books, which is $40 or less. And then there's the first day inclusive access or the savings first day, which means the cost of the books are in the tuition itself. And it's at the lowest price possible. So it's wonderful. Contact HCC instructors Donald Parker or Nathan Smith.
Yes, and he'll be on the show next week to break all that down. Incredible program what they're doing there. Okay, register today for shortened semesters. That's right. Fall classes are still available, very short semesters. You want to get those credits in. Now's the time to do so because we're going to start spring registration very soon. But register today. Go to hccs.edu/now to register. Register now to get in. And if you're going to register for the spring, we do have some emergency funding that's been provided by the government in the wake of COVID. But you have to register to be a student first and request the funding. This funding can help you pay for all your college tuition. That's just textbooks, housing, transportation, childcare, food, supplies. You can pay for it all using this emergency funding. You have to ask for it, and you can talk to the financial aid department more on that. Okay, tomorrow on the show, Tony, it's a virtual family fun day.
Yes, we get to go out to the Fort Bend Habitat for Humanity, close by where I live. And they're going to have the Raise the Roof fun run. So that would be fun.
Yeah, they've been on the show a couple of times before, so they'll be back again. And Friday, we'll continue our celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month with a Latino film festival joining us for #Film Friday. Hashtag it, Film Friday. That's coming up soon as well. Is Frank back on the show this week? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure.
I haven't heard from Frank.
I never know.
I think he may have gone back on vacation again. I don't know. But we'll see. It'll be a surprise for us all, whether he's here Friday or not. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, live 10 a.m. right here on Up to the Minute.